Game over. Elon Musk and Google's insane partnership will change everything. Google is partnering with the space giant SpaceX. The two frontbenchers of different classes are now working on the same project. They are both working on a satellite which is supposed to provide very high-speed internet and a very vast network to the users. It's like a lottery for the people around the globe. Just imagine what feats these two can achieve together. But how do you think these giants will make history? Like, providing the internet is no small task, right? Want to know more about it? Give the video a thumbs up and stay tuned to find out. Welcome to Genius's Guide, your daily dose of geniusness. Let's get into it. So, as we discussed in the intro, in today's video we are going to talk about this partnership of the century. So without any further ado, let's begin. Now, SpaceX, owned by Elon Musk, has announced a new partnership to boost satellite internet access. As part of its collaboration with Google Cloud, the US-based aerospace manufacturer will deliver data, cloud services, and applications to enterprise customers. In the last few years, Google Cloud Platform, cloud computing, has experienced explosive growth. According to a report for the first quarter of 2021, Google's cloud business is one of its fastest-growing divisions. According to the report, Google Cloud is experiencing a 46% year-over-year growth rate, while Google's advertising business is growing by only 32%. Thanks to the fast growth, Google Cloud already accounts for 7% of the company's total revenue in early 2021. Having this deal signed will boost its growth tremendously. However, this isn't the first time Google has invested in SpaceX. In 2015, Google invested $900 million in SpaceX. In addition, signing this deal is important because the fight for market share between major cloud vendors, Google, Amazon, and Microsoft, is becoming more intense. Aside from this, millions of people and businesses are interested in Starlink's progress as space company SpaceX prepares to roll out its satellite internet services worldwide. And by signing this deal, Google will be able to showcase its powerful cloud infrastructure and capabilities. And it is even more important for Google that SpaceX is not the only major cloud provider working with it. Last October, Microsoft announced that it would be partnering with SpaceX to provide Starlink internet connectivity to its Azure data applications. This would allow Azure customers to connect to their Azure machines using Starlink. In this arrangement, Google's own data centers act as the main link between Starlink satellites and the devices connected to the internet on the ground. Although there are many details about the deal that are still confidential, but we do have a fundamental understanding of how the partnership would work. SpaceX chose Google Cloud for the job of connecting Starlink satellites to data centers on the ground. And in order for Starlink to provide low-latency internet around the world, it would still need to connect to data centers on the ground. And using Google's cloud infrastructure, SpaceX and Starlink are able to deliver a fast internet connection to millions of computers. According to a recent press release from Google, the spokesperson said, SpaceX will begin to locate Starlink ground stations within Google data center properties, enabling secure, low-latency, and reliable data delivery from Starlink satellites. The press release continues, Google Cloud's high-capacity private network will enable seamless connectivity to Starlink's global satellite internet service, enabling businesses and consumers to run critical enterprise applications from virtually anywhere on the planet. However, there are some major differences between how Starlink uses Google Cloud and other enterprise-level applications. The majority of other enterprises outsource their computing, networking, and storage requirements to Google Cloud Platform, GCP, and let the cloud handle most of the operations. This is part of what is meant by managed services. But apart from this, one more deal has been signed between SpaceX and GCP, which would give Starlink a closer look at each of their ground stations around the world due to the complex requirements of Starlink. So, SpaceX can more easily locate the data centers, which are geographically dispersed, and establish secure communications with the satellites in orbit with granular access. Moreover, all of this is achieved while maximizing performance and reliability and minimizing latency. Today, some of the world's largest internet services run on Google's cloud infrastructure, serving billions of people every day and millions of businesses every day with extreme reliability. But despite the unique challenges associated with Starlink's satellite internet, it is encouraged that SpaceX chose to partner with a company that can meet Starlink's ambitious goals. As Starlink works hard to bring affordable and fast internet connections to the entire world, Google's data centers' increased resilience should help Starlink remain on track to meet its development targets. As of today, about 1,550 of SpaceX's Starlink satellites are in orbit. There are at least 10,000 Starlink beta participants in the US, Canada, and a few European countries, and 500,000 deposits of $100 have been made by potential Starlink customers. However, Musk's satellite network faces fierce competition from Amazon's Kuiper project, which aims to launch more than 3,000 satellites in roughly the same orbit as Starlink, so they can also provide global broadband internet service. And the deal between Google and SpaceX is another competitive win for Google in its own war with Amazon's behemoth cloud services unit, Amazon Web Services. According to Amazon executives, the company plans to use Kuiper's internet connectivity to boost cloud services through AWS. In a press release, Urs Holzer, Senior Vice President of Infrastructure at Google Cloud, said that cloud applications and services can be transformative for organizations regardless of where they are located. Holzer said Google is delighted to partner with SpaceX to ensure that organizations with distributed footprints have seamless, secure, and fast access to the critical applications and services they need to keep their teams up and running. In the press release, SpaceX President and COO Gwynne Shotwell said the deal would provide internet data access to businesses, public sector organizations, and many other groups around the globe. She explained that the combination of Starlink's low-latency broadband service with Google's infrastructure provides global organizations with the fast, secure connections they expect today. Azure, Microsoft's massive cloud service that competes with Amazon's cloud, also partnered with SpaceX last year in a similar manner. The company said in a promotional video that by connecting Azure cloud services to Starlink's broadband highway, the two companies will co-sell to our mutual customers, co-sell to new enterprise customers, and future customers for data services. Bikash Kohli, Google's head of global networking, said, "This is one of a kind. I don't believe something like this has been done before. The real potential of this technology became very obvious. The power of combining cloud with universal secure connectivity, it's a very powerful combination." Kohli said that over the last 2 decades, Google built a private fiber optic network to connect its data centers. While much of Google's cloud growth has come from taking care of computing and storage needs for clients such as Goldman Sachs and Snap, the SpaceX deal will draw heavily on Google's networking capabilities. And CEO of Google's cloud group, Thomas Kurian, said, "They chose us because of the quality of our network and the distribution and reach of our network." However, as 5G connectivity has progressed, cloud providers have increasingly focused on the telecommunications industry. As an example, Amazon announced last month that Dish would use AWS infrastructure to deliver 5G service to consumers. According to the spokesperson of SpaceX, they will initially deploy ground stations at Google data centers in the US, but the company wants to expand internationally. However, the company raised money at a valuation of $74 billion in February, making it one of the most valuable privately held startups in the world. But what do you guys think about this? Let us know in the comments section. And thank you for watching the video. We hope that you liked the video. If you did, then please leave a thumbs up and also consider subscribing to the channel by pressing that red button and that bell icon as well. And we'll see you in the next one. Until then, peace.